Hey, YouTube, this is Huff D again. Told you last time we'd talk about the Indians' attendance and the people of Cleveland not showing up to the games, and I fully understand why nobody wants to show up and support the Dolans, who, as what I've read, are on the top 10 crappiest owners in professional sports. We know they're garbage. We trade off, make bad trades. We don't sign for the long haul. We don't put up the money for it. Um, Oh, I have a baby sleeping next to me, so if she wakes up, I might have to jump off screen. Um, Here's the thing. We support our Indians, not the Dolans. Yeah, they're the owners. They're never going to sell the team. When they die off, they're going to drop it down to their kids. So it's going to be the Dolans forever. I'm not going to get around it. So if we're going to still be Indians fans, you got to support them no matter what. Players on the field. So go to the games. Don't make us look like idiots with 3,000 people showing up to the games. The tickets are pretty cheap right now. If I lived in Cleveland and for $1,400 I could have 2 season tickets with the seats that they're giving, I'd jump on that so quick. But go to the games, pay for the ticket price. Don't pay for food and beer. Drink before you get to the game. That's a big chunk of where the Dolans are receiving their money. Anyway, I know that it's tough. I hate the Dolans just like everybody else does. They're not going to do anything. Hey, our biggest signing in the last, 7 years is Kerry Wood. Woo! That panned out. So, anyway, enough of that. I know you all know what I'm talking about. So just support our own team. The hell with the Dolans. Anyway, I'll show you a couple more things that I have. Just some random autographs that I've picked up from games. I really like this one. I'm Huff RD. That's David Huff. A couple years ago, met him up in Seattle. Roped him in with my name. He came over. Wasn't going to sign because he had to go shag balls. Said that he'd come back. He did. That was pretty cool. Usually, you get the players, I'll be right back, and they're off and gone. So that was pretty cool. Awesome, David Huff. Hopefully he can turn things around down in Columbus, come back up to the Indians. So here, I'll show you a couple of my Hafners that I got. Adam Dunn, Travis Hafner. I think this one, yeah, numbered to 75, number 10. That's a cool card. Not a big Ryan Dunn fan, or Adam Dunn, especially now that he plays for Chicago. So pretty much hope he chokes on himself and, well, keels over. At least gets put on the 150,000 day disabled list. Here's another Hafner. I think this is a cool card. Another one of my firsts that I got when I started collecting again. This one's numbered to 250. I love how you can get Hafner stuff way cheap on eBay. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that it is so cheap, but it's cool. So, here's a couple of the Victor Martinez's that I've had. There's a nice little Victor signature. Victor signs his name real nice. I like that. So, and here's the little short Gowdy graph. So, again, another nice signature. He signs a lot like Sandy Alomar Jr., I think. Writes out his full name. So, here's I was disappointed about the trade of Johnny Peralta, but I understand why they did it. There's a Peralta ball. I think it's funny. On this ball, there's see the yellow stuff? It's like he was eating something, handling the ball at the same time. Either way, it's cool. So, another Peralta auto. So, a decent signature. I mean, I like the full signatures a lot more when people just initial things. Grady does that a lot. Hopefully this guy can keep on going strong like he did the other day, Mitch Talbot. He was a pleasant surprise last year and this year for that matter so far. So, here's a guy I'm not quite sure what to think about. He didn't make the team for the first time in the last 3 years or so, and good old Jensen Lewis, J. Lou Fitty. But we'll see what he does down in Columbus. I wouldn't be all that hurt if they let him go. But we'll see. Show you, this is a funny story behind this Michael Brantley on eBay. It was $15 or make an offer. I offered $1, and they counter-offered with $1.30. So I jumped on that pretty quick and got good feedback. So apparently the guy didn't care about it, but that's pretty cool. Josh Tomlin, I hope that he keeps on keeping on. He's doing great. Had a little rough patch last year after that grand slam. Same with Carrasco, who love watching the Indians beat up on the Mariners. Absolutely love it. It was a nice ceremony yesterday for their opening day, but they didn't go home happy. Lou Marson got a Laporta from the same set. So hopefully he can get his back going. I think he's a great defensive first baseman, but we'll see. Watched this guy pitch with Seattle yesterday. Aaron Laffey. Masterson, he can keep on going. I'd really like to see him as a starter other than coming out of the bullpen. He's got way too much movement to be a bullpen pitcher. Here's a guy I was talking about yesterday that I think just has a tremendous future if he can get healthy again. It's Trevor Crowe. So he's from the Portland area. I live here in Springfield, Eugene. Hopefully we see this guy coming up pretty soon, Nick Weglars. Tremendous power in his bat. That'd be nice to see him come up. In my last video, I thought I'd show this because I didn't really show the back of it. This jersey I found at a card shop here in Springfield. Card shop's now gone, but this is an authentic Albert Bell. I think it's a batting practice jersey. I know they would never wear this on the field, but it's pretty cool to be able to find something like this and offer 20 bucks for it. The guy took it in a second. So that's fun stuff. You know, when it comes to players that I just collect personally, I'm real big on Carlos Santana right now. I've been buying up anything and everything that I can find of him, other than some of those really pricey autos that are out there. And when it comes just Indians in general, I take commons, you know, from any era of Cleveland teams. My goal is to someday is just to obtain just a mass collection of Indians players from past, present, future, even if they're minors cards, stuff like that. I love it. I got a ton of them so far. Just like to keep them going. If you ever noticed, you look at the old 80s cards and the really, really early 90s cards, for some reason every Indian has a mustache. Kind of weird, kind of gay. Looked all right, I guess, on some of the Latino players, but Carlos Baerga anyway. Let's see, I got a couple more balls to show you. This was the first ball that I got in person. Was sad to see him go, Casey Blake, but we got Santana out of it, so that trade did pay off. One of the last, well, one of the only good ones that Shapiro ever made. I asked last year Rafael Perez to sign the sweet spot. And not only did he not sign the sweet spot, but he signed it where there was the most writing on the ball. Whatever, it was still cool that he signed. Anyway, here's another guy, Jordan Brown. I got most of these clean Nike balls last year. I took a dozen. I came back with 1 or 2 balls, I think. So that was pretty cool just to rake in those autos. Can't wait for this guy to get healthy. I think he's not, you know, the huge power bat for a third baseman, but Jason Donald, I think, is a great player. I think he could really help this team, especially if Jack Hanahan starts slumping or so. You know, we'll see. But anyway, that's about all I got for this one. Like I said, we know that the Dolans aren't going to do us any favors. You know, you just can't even say anything more about the Dolans. They're garbage. We know it. We just have to deal with it. I'm a Tribe fan for life. I'm not going to quit because our owner sucks. or the GM sucks or whatever. Someday I'd really like to see Kenny Lofton or Sandy Alomar Jr. manage this team. You know, Manny Acta, I think, is good for the short term. I don't think that he's what we need for long term. Anyway, until then, until next time, signing out. Again, next time I'll show some of the other stuff that I got that aren't Indians. And, you know, for sure, if leave a comment if you see anything that you want. Maybe we can work something out. If you, I mean, like I said, I take commons. You know, cards that are worth nothing but have all the value in the world to me. I'd love to keep them all. I'd love to have that just monster collection of commons, just plain old base cards, stuff like that. So, yeah, until then, signing out. This is Huff Boy RD. Later.